By Euronews with AP Russian strikes were wounded in dozens of authorities. Russian damn more than 40 ballistic, cruise, anti-aircraft and guided missiles. He said. The 1,500-kilometer façade line in Ukraine was barely moved in a few months. The fact that both sides could not punch battlefield was pushed the struggle towards Battle of Hendek and artillery. Sappers loads a missile war a truck in the Russian attack Kiev. Analysts say that forces Kremlin have stocked missiles to provide a winter campaign of air ardment. At end last year, the attacks on Kiev and Kharkiv came 2 days after officials in Ukraine in East Moscow claimed that Ing of Ukraine killed 27 people at foot Russian-occupied Donetsk. Pentagon. Funds are exhausted to support Ukraine for first time since the U.S. established an international group to support Ukraine in April 2022. Washington will host monthly meeting of about 50 countries without being allocated to finance Ukraine war efforts. This means that Kyiv cannot send the ammunition and missiles he needs to defend Russia. While waiting for Congress to exceed a budget and a potentially more money for Ukraine's war, U.S. will look at allies to continue filling gap. On December 27, the Pentagon announced the latest security aid for Ukraine. A package of $250 million with a high-demanded $250 million withdrawn from existing U.S. stocks. 436. Airmen uses a forklift to move 155 mm shells connected to Ukraine at Dover Air Force Base with the airport fleet. Since then, the United States not been able to provide an additional set, because money has been exhausted to renew these stocks, and the Congress not yet approved more funds. More than $110 billion for Ukraine and Israel focuses on disputes on other priorities between Congress and the White House, including additional security for U.S.-Mexico border. In meantime, Russia did not show the desire to end conflict in Ukraine. NATO Switch Signs the ammunition agreement. NATO signed a contract on Tuesday take tens thousands. Artillery tours renew decreasing stocks the member states while supplying ammunition Ukraine help. Russia's invasion defeat invasion Russia. According to NATO's support and supply agency, contract will allow the 220,000 bullets, most sought after artillery shell, 155 mm ammunition. Ultimately, it will allow the Allies to fill their ammunition and provide more ammunition to Ukraine. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg told reporters, "This is important: defend our own lands, create our own stocks, and continue support Ukraine. We can't let President Putin win in Ukraine." He added. NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg.Virginia Mayo AP.HER right according to the European Union forecasts. Ukraine fired about 4,000 to 7,000 artillery bullets every day, while Russia launched more than 20,000 bullets per day on the territory of its neighbor. Russia's arms industry is much more outweighed than Ukraine, and Kiev needs help to comply with Moscow's firepower.